So we're going to drink that afterwards. Smell it.
You can smell it now if you want. So that's more Munich Dunkel, malty, toffee.
Yes, totally different.
This is fruity, this American IPA. So a bit of like a piney guava. It's quite bitter as well. Where that is not bitter at all. That is like very easy, light, bready.
It's not bitter at all, eh?
Yeah.
Eben, thanks so much for joining CEOwise.
Yeah, thank you so much for driving out to come and see us.
Awesome. Now you are the co-founder and managing director of Mad Giant.
That's correct.
Where
yes.
you built a brewery in the center of Joburg.
Yeah.
What inspired you to do that?
I was a student at Stellenbosch, very fortunate to be there, and I like building stuff. I studied chemical engineering and I grew up with a dad who's like a DIY Jedi.
Yeah.
So I always like building things, and there was a project to build a small brewery for the university. And I started researching how the beer process worked, built the brewery, fell in love with the process, and then after that it was sort of an elusive dream to have a brewery. I actually didn't ever thought it will happen.
They say with a restaurant and location is everything, and now
Yeah.
you've come really into the CBD of Johannesburg,
Yeah.
when a lot of people are moving out. What made you choose this location?
From the brewery side, we needed a place where we have the height, the size, electricity, the right zoning. We wanted parking. So most of these you'll get in industrial business parks,
Yeah.
but we wanted to be a destination brewery. We want people to come and visit us. So we found a spot in the CBD where the zoning and everything actually was fine. We have good zoning here. And historically, if you look over the world, downtown Manhattan, all those places used to be the dumps. But today, those are the most sought after places to go because of the rich culture, the heritage, the history. And we think we're just in the beginning of this whole real new growth phase.
And you're number one Fox Street in Johannesburg, and this has some history of its own, this area.
Absolutely. So this is where the gold rush basically started. And Ferreira's Dorp, where we are, is named after a Portuguese hardware dealer who sold all the hardware to the miners. We saw photos where people literally had their ox wagons and everything right here. It was just grass, you know. And
Wow.
yeah, today it's Joburg.
Well, that's amazing. Now, you don't only have a brewery here, you have a restaurant as well called Urbanologi.
Yeah.
And I've eaten here before, and the food is really amazing. It's top notch. But what I love about it is the kitchen is open plan. I mean, the walls are low, and the guests can actually see the food being prepped. Was that initial concept right from the beginning for the kitchen to be the centerpiece?
Well, we started with the brewery first.
Okay.
We wanted to have a brewery, and then we said, cool, we needed a restaurant to get people to the brewery. And when I approached the first chef to help us, I said to him, listen, this is a blank canvas. How would you do this? And we want to play on having everything visible, the brewery being visible in the kitchen. And he fell in love with the concept, and that's how we designed it, so that when you walk in, you can see the kitchen. And you can, at request, do a chef's table and literally sit on the pass and see how they make all the food.
I think what makes this place so amazing is the decor. And you've got an interior designer, Haldane Martin, in to do the interior. How important do you think it is to get a professional designer in for, say, a restaurant business, as opposed to just winging it and having some concepts and getting it out there?
I don't think there's a secret recipe, because you will go to places where they literally spend no money on any interior and it will be packed, okay? And you'll have guys spending millions on the interior and it might not be successful.
That's true.
So I pulled Haldane in because I wanted this to be a destination. He's known for internationally recognized design work.
Yeah.
And I think we want to be an international destination. We wanted to play on that platform, and I wanted longevity.
Yes.
A lot of places and restaurants are popular to be, or known to be popular for 2 years or a year, and then they fall off a cliff.
Sure.
So I believe that everything that's done well, that can age well, you know, it will grow on you. That's what we needed. We want to be here for 20, 30 years, so we needed to have something proper.
But the design has already won awards, I believe, in the restaurant bar and restaurant awards.
Yeah, last year we won the award for Best Designed Restaurant and Bar Africa Middle East at the International Awards in London. Yeah.
That's amazing. On top of having a brewery and a restaurant, you also sell Mad Giant apparel, which you can buy here in store.
Yeah.
Now, was that your concept right from the beginning, to build the brand awareness for people to buy your t-shirts?
The thing with craft is it's a bit of a cult following. And and we need that. We need people on our side, and we want them to represent us and buy into us. So that's one way of doing it. And it's funny how you'd go to Park Acoustics in Pretoria, and you'll just see literally 50 people wearing caps and Mad Giant shirts, you know, and it's fantastic. Or when I just went to the German school bazaar last weekend, and you just see guys walking with Mad Giant caps, and I think it's important. We don't have budget to go above the line marketing, and by designing cool merchandise, people actually wear them, and it helps you get your brand out there.
It's a great concept.
Yeah.
Your company motto is Dare to Conquer. Now, I think most of us have dreams and ideas that we just don't act on because we think they're unobtainable. But
True.
You're a true testament to, you know, dreams can happen.
I think the first thing, and I still challenge myself daily on it, is how can I just start? Because every time we go, we want to do a new beer line, we want to get into stores, but then you start thinking, okay, but I need the merchandise, I need the point of sale, and you come up with all these excuses of not doing it.
Yeah.
But then you ask yourself, okay, why can't I just start? What do I need to do to just start? And that's where, when I started, the other co-founder, is how he pushed me. He said, you've got all these ideas, yeah, you don't have the money to build a brewery, but isn't there another way to start? And I think that's what I would say.
So then how did you get that money in the first place?
To
start the brewery?
Start the brewery or start the business?
Both.
So the business was savings.
Okay.
We didn't need that much money. I think we put down about 300,000 Rand initially, where we did the websites, the branding, the labels, bought some cakes, bought raw materials, paid for the first batches, and that's how we started. And then I was fortunate enough to receive a phone call one day, and somebody through the mutual friend found out what I did and was interested to invest in this space. And we started the discussion. So I actually didn't go and look for an investor. I don't even know today how I would do that. But I think it was just, it helps if you do a lot of stuff over a long period of time and you build a bit of reputation or a network.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you have a product, if you have a good product, people might come to you.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah.
And I also think you're your own product, because the reason why people invest in you is not always just about your product, it's also about you.
Of course.
So, yeah.
But I'm sure with a place like this is very resource intensive, and it can get, the budget I'm sure can get totally out of hand. Did you have a strict budget that you had to abide by?
Well, I drew up the budget. But you want to manage it, because ultimately it's a loan that you need to pay back.
Of course.
And if that gets out of control, you know how the interest accrues, and you put a lot of pressure on yourself for later. We decided to do a lot of stuff local, which saved us a lot of money. A lot of the guys buy breweries from Germany. It's the best in the world, but it costs you 3 times the amount. And in this kind of business that takes long to scale, that interest rate on the loan can accrue so much that it puts you under a hell of a lot of pressure later.
Sure. Okay. And you have to pay it back.
For sure.
What marketing strategies do you have in place to bring the feet in the door?
We do small events as well, apart from advertising on social media, getting reviews. We do small events. So on Urbanology side, once a month, first Tuesday of the month, we do something called Mad Science with Urbanology. And that's where the chef goes. We normally have a theme. It could be beer. Next week it will be truffles. We sometimes do gins and wines. And then the chefs go and they make about 4 courses focused around it, either a pairing or showcasing something. Once a month, typically around the second Saturday, we do a bottomless beer day. So you pay $200, 12 to 6, you get a wristband and a glass, and you can literally just fill up with any of our beers that you like.
Wow, that's cool.
Normally we sit it outside, and it's just a lot of fun.
She really got a great vibe going here.
Yeah, we have to, and we have to drive traffic, and you need to keep it interesting and do something that's a little bit different, and we want people to have an experience when they come and visit us.
And you also do brewery tours as well?
We do brewery tours, and then if you just want to have a quick walk through, we have one of the barmen that take people through the brewery and just show them quickly what we do and what it looks like.
To be honest, if you come to this place once, you're going to come again because it's so unique.
Well, we hope for that, yes, for sure.